Hey guys, it's Miss Kenny here. So, for today's activity, to go along with the reading from Zoey and Sassafras, I thought it would be really cool if we made paper dragon puppets. So, I'm going to teach you guys how to make a little paper dragon puppet, and there really only is a few materials that you need. So, let's jump into it. So, the only materials that you're going to need is some paper. If you find some really thick paper, that will work better. That'll just make the puppet a little bit more sturdy. You need a plate, a pencil. I have a sharpener and an eraser. And you'll also need something to stick it all together, like tape, glue, or even a stapler would work. Now what I'm going to do is trace my plate and draw a circle on my paper. However, if you have a paper plate, then this step is unnecessary. Just use your paper plate. So now you want to just use your scissors and cut along the line that you just traced. But remember, if you have a paper plate, you don't need to worry about this step. You can just use the paper plate. Now we are going to fold our paper or our paper plate in half like a taco. Now it is time to start drawing the dragon's body. So I'm going to show you step by step, but also in the link in the description, it'll show you the template that I used. So first I'm going to make the neck. I'm just going to start by drawing only half. You can also Google a template if you want to. But next up, I am going to draw the top part of the wing that connects to the neck. I am then drawing the designs of the wings, the flaps and whatnot. And I also am drawing a line of where the dragon's body is versus where the dragon's wing is. This will help me later when I am decorating. Then I am going to finish off the dragon's body by drawing its hips. I drew my dragon's body closer to the left side of my paper, so that way that the right side would have a lot of space, and I could draw the dragon's head and tail on that part. So I'm going to cut off the right side of the plate. This is what you should see if you unfold that piece of paper that you just cut from the wing and back half of the dragon. This is where we are going to draw the head of the dragon and its tail. I'm going to start off by drawing 2 horns. These horns will then meet into a long neck, which is just like a little rectangle. Then comes arguably the hardest yet most creative part, is finishing off the head. I kind of based mine to look something like a horse. That's the shape that I was trying to keep in mind. But I made its mouth a little pointy since it's a dragon. On the other side, I have started to draw the tail, which I am going to make just a simple arrow. So the first step is to just make the very tip of the tail or the point of the arrow. And then you just finish the base of the tail. Mine just looks like a normal rectangle. So now on the extra half of the plate or paper that you have, you should have a drawn head and tail. We are now going to cut them all out. Here is what all of my pieces look like cut out. Now for the decorations on the head, I drew its eyes and mouth. I decided to give mine kind of a beak nose and horns. And on these horns, I have hatch marks just going straight up and down. I also gave it scales, and its head has a little bit of stippling, or the dots that are going throughout its forehead. Next up, I'm going to design the wings, and I'm going to make these little panels that make it look like part of the wing is more like a vein and the other half is more like transparent skin. Now I have folded the dragon body so that way that the wings that I just decorated are now on the top. And there will be part of the body that is exposed, but on the underside of the wing, I'm pointing to it here with my pencil. That is what you want to decorate. I have decided to give my dragon's whole body scales. Last but not least, you want to decorate the tail. I'm going to do a mixture of the stippling dot work that I did on the head with scales and the same striped hatching marks that I have for the horns. Now the last step is assembly. So if you have a stapler, glue, or tape, it does not matter. You're going to put all of these in the same spot to make it all stick together. So I have taped mine right here on the inside of the fold to the head. I have also taped the inner fold to the tail. If you are using a stapler, this step will be pretty unnecessary, but I also put a piece of tape on the back side of the fold to the tail and the back side of the fold to the head. And I also put a little piece of tape that I rolled up in the center to keep the two folds connected. And here is my finished dragon puppet. I decided to keep mine black and white, but I encourage you guys to color yours and make multiples. There can be families. You can do different sizes. It's all up to you. And now we're finished making our little paper dragon puppet. And as you can see, it makes the perfect reading companion. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I can't wait to see all of your dragon puppets.